Immigration. Here's an interesting thing. How many Americans are immigrants? How many Americans' families came from overseas? Quite a few. Just about everybody. So what's the best policy with immigration? Making it easier for people to join America. Making legal immigration more accessible to the people of the world. To illegal immigrants, they sneak in and they're not paying taxes is the biggest problem. We got no problem with you joining our country because, you know, we came from overseas. All our families came from overseas except for our Native American friends, who we kind of did some bad stuff to on our arrival. But we're making up for it. We're trying. But making immigration more legal. Making the pathways to becoming a United States citizen easier. Making the pathways to becoming a United States citizen easier will relieve what? What will that relieve? That will relieve illegal immigration because now we have legal immigrants. What's the difference between a legal immigrant and an illegal immigrant? A legal immigrant pays his taxes, is a part of the community, is getting paid a good rate, good pay rate. Now an illegal immigrant doesn't pay taxes, gets paid subpar, below, horrible wages, and feels scared, frightened to be in this country. All they ever want to do is come here and make money. Find a good job, make a good life, and live the American dream. And they live scared of immigration officers throwing them out and sending them back home where they were in poverty. If we can help out the poverty-stricken of the world by letting them into our country, why don't we? So my solution, just like many other people's solution, to immigration is to make it make it easier for legal immigrants to come into our country. Make the immigration process easier so that we have probably more people from overseas coming into our country. But the process is legal. That way they're paying their taxes, they're not worried about getting thrown back home, they're not enlisting in criminal activities due to the fact that, you know, we're not supposed to be here. Well, we better, if we get caught, we're going home anyways. Oh, we can commit a few crimes. Illegal immigration, being illegal, is creating a great crime problem in our country. Oh my God. But if we legalize their arrival into our country, then they are subject to the same penalties and laws as our country. It's not just, boom, go back home. It's, well, now you got to sit your time in jail, you got to pay the fine, and you got to pay taxes. Which, you know, compared to the wages they are getting paid, is a lot more money for them in the long run if they're paying taxes. Yeah. So what's the key to immigration problems? Immigration reform. By making immigration more easier for people to access and become U.S. citizens. Making the process an easier process so that we have more legal workers, more new idea makers from overseas, people with different perspectives on life in our country, thus flourishing a country of people that is pretty much made up of people from other countries in heritage. Sponsoring more life and giving us a greater force in the workforce because we have legal immigrants working for us, bringing their new perspective. Legal immigrants are not a problem. They bring a whole new perspective to American society. And our heritage dictates that most of us already are immigrants in heritage. And think of all of that culture that we brought with us. And the culture that will be brought by more legal immigrants coming into our country through proper immigration reform, making it easier for them to come over to the United States, making it easier for them to bring their culture and their wisdoms from their society and their habits and their culture. Oh, it's so amazing, the cultures of this world. And so much is gathered in America. And together, that's what makes up the great culture of America. And through more legal immigrants coming into our country, we greater impact our culture and make our culture stronger. A culture of many people. So, immigration reform? Definitely. We're going to make it easier for them to get in. If chosen by you to be president, that is my plan. And don't forget, when elected, second and third place are inaugurated with me. Better policies, better making. Thank you for your time, Christian David Clayton, future president chosen by you, the people, in 2012.